As you start to walk on the way appears. How to be a retard, aka how to stop overthinking and make massive results in your life by acting fast. And I'm sorry if this topic offends you, but that's a you issue. So honestly, in my experience, like rich people, let's talk about rich people for a second, wealthy people. They're some of the most retarded people I've ever met. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're great, they're smart, right? They're intellectual, they're intelligent sometimes. A lot of the times, they didn't have a family, or they neglected themselves. They neglected their family to get to where they're at. Right? A lot of people, might say, oh, they might have sold their soul to the devil, to get what they have or to get where they're at. Saying this about, artists or musicians or business people or politicians. And it kind of takes me back to a saying that Naval Ravikant or keeps saying all the time, which is something along the lines of, if you're so smart, why aren't you rich? And it's pretty oxymoronic, right? Because it's like, well, I don't understand. Like, I thought the rich people were the smart people, not the retards. But it's like, but that's the whole point, right? Is because they are retarded is why they are successful. Let's break it down. I mean, let's think about that saying. If you're so smart, why aren't you rich? If you're so smart, why aren't you happy? If you're so smart, why don't you have what you want to have? Like, why don't you have that car or that house or that person that you want to have, that family, whatever? Because I think a lot of times we tend to overestimate ourselves and our abilities and just how good we are compared to who we think we are, right? But in reality, it's like you're nobody until you go out and prove it, which I think is like a huge thing between like street smarts and like book smarts, right? Like that's been a huge theme throughout my life is, just realizing that there's two groups of people essentially. And then you stand in between either one of those two groups of people. There's the street smart people and there's the book smart people. So what's really interesting is like you would think the book smart people are the smart ones, right? Except those are the people that are not running the world. The people running the world are the ones who are street smart, which is oxymoronic because those are like the blue collar, non-graduates, non-educated, like people, right? So like what's up with that? What's going on there? And this all ties back into the point that the winners are retards. And in order to win, you have to be retarded. And it's okay to be retarded. It doesn't mean you're dumb. But I mean, think of it this way. Like, why do so many people have such a hard time starting fitness, like starting their weight loss journey, starting to get into the gyms, fixing up their diet? Oh, I'll start on Monday, or I'll start next week, or I'll start on New Year's. Like we're all like that. We all know people like that. So why is that? Well, I think it's in the same vein. It's like the people just aren't retarded enough. Like you have to stop thinking, stop worrying, thinking that you know what's going to happen to you. You don't know what's going to happen to you. First of all, you think you know what's going to happen to you, and the thought of you, the thought that you're having, the fear and the anxiety that you're having of the thing that's going to happen to you. Oh, I'm so nervous. I'm so anxious to go into the gym. That I guarantee you is much more painful than actually going to the gym. You're going to realize you don't have as much anxiety as you thought you did. You're going to realize it's actually not that bad. You're going to realize actually this is kind of fun. And therein lies the key, my friends, is how to be retarded. Stop thinking, stop overthinking, stop fearing, stop feeling anxiety, stop feeling anything. Like, you know what you want. You know what you don't have. You know what you're working towards. You know what you want. So like, stop sitting around. Stop being, don't give yourself a sob story. Don't give yourself excuses, or I'm too old, or I'm too overweight, or whatever. You're not going to change everything overnight. That's stupid. I'm not asking you to be stupid. I'm asking you to be retarded. And pretty much most, if not all, of my successes and achievements in life have come because of my own retardation. The weight that I lost, I lost 120 pounds in a year. Why? Not because I wanted to lose weight, but because I didn't want to be a loser. And so I just knew I had to go in there and work out. I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know about macros. I didn't know about like, oh, what workout style should I do? What diet plan should I do? Like, I didn't know. I just went into the gym 6 days a week and rode the bike for an hour until I lost 1,000 calories every day for 6 months. And yeah, that was able to help me achieve something that you guys might call like great, but it's like I was just being retarded. And the same thing with this YouTube channel. Like after I had made that fitness transformation, you know, I was talking to some other buddies who had businesses online and whatnot, and they told me to start a YouTube channel and talk about my story. And I was like, all right. They were just like, just put out a video every day and like just, you know, expect to only have like 1,000 subscribers in like a year. But then after that, you should be good. I'm like, all right. So I did that. And like within, you know, 4 months, one of my videos really started popping off. Within like 6 to 8 months, I was at like 10,000 subscribers. So it's like, there's something to it, you know. And all of the times that I've tried to create something big and great or whatever, like I never take action on it because it's like too big, it's too scary to achieve or whatever. I get like anxiety or, you know, fear of failure, or I self-sabotage. That's why I think this concept is really interesting, you know, because like you can be as smart as you want to think you are, but like would you rather like feel like a smarty pants or like have all the things that you want to have in life? Yeah, even if that just means, you know, having, you know, some self-confidence, or, you know, not having to be nihilistic or something. Like it doesn't have to be all this external success, right? But like why are there so many problems in your life? Why are you so upset? Why are you so mad? Essentially, retard maxing is, as you start to walk on the way will appear. What does that mean, right? Like as you as you start walking, as you get into the gym and start doing stuff, you're not going to know anything. Start doing stuff, and then things are going to start to appear to you. It's going to start making sense. Like you're going to start missing the gym. You're going to start understanding and watching other people in the gym. Like, what are they doing? Maybe talking to them. Hey, how do you do this? How do you do that? But you got to start. All that stuff happens after you start. You wouldn't have accounted for any of that. And this applies for your dating life. This applies for your career. This applies to your relationships, whether with friends, with family, or with significant other. It's like there's so many different things in life that we could all be working on. We could all be fixing. And so then how come we're not fixing it? Well, it's because we're stuck in our head thinking it's going to, you know, our nervous systems are keeping us in this mode, thinking that we're safe here. But we know intellectually, we know our higher mind is like, no, we're not safe here. We want out of here, right? That's why you have those thoughts and feelings, is because you know you belong somewhere else. And that's it. Start walking and the way will appear. Retard maxing, look into it. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video.